Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as the CSA. So we have completed the Civil War. We have won, we have emerged victorious. Now the game just has to give us an event being like, hey, you've done it. You've won the war. Aren't you the greatest badass of all time? So your offensive line is basically going to be push here, push your way all the way up through Maine. Your front line is going to be push your way all the way up to Quebec. Your front line is going to be, hey, push your way like that. Your front line is going to be push your way all the way up to the far north. And your objective is going to be pushing your way to Victoria. And then also Port George. Like that. There we go. So that is all of our invasion plans for Canada ready to go. I'm guessing you're also at war with the International. Yes, you are. And of course, all of these plans are going to be ready to go day one. I don't know when the game's going to be like, hey, the Civil War's over. We'll deploy all of our troops up to the north. How many militiamen do I have? Just as a quick tally. About 124 of these troops are militias. Which is not a lot. Or actually, no, it's a significant amount. What am I talking about? But we need to quickly deploy more infantry divisions. We're going to need to train more motorized divisions. Not the garrison. The garrisons are trash, but... There we go. The end of the Second American Civil War. Solidarity forever. We're now recovering. We got overwhelming federal and longest resistance. But now it is time. Rebuilding the country. Second Constitutional Convention. We have to do this one, I think. That's 70 days, 50 days. Yeah, let's actually start recovering from the Civil War first. Yeah, it did just get rid of all of our militia division. So how many men do we actually have now? We have 35 soldiers. That's a lot less. You go in there.
Yes, sir.
You go on this front.
Ready.
You are here. You are there. Yeah, so... Our amazing army basically doesn't exist anymore. So we're no longer fighting for America. That's been removed from our thing. Did we at least get all our guns back? The answer is no. We're still missing a lot of guns. How many troops are we trying to deploy right now? Trying to deploy a lot. To put it simply. So, attacking straight into Canada is not in the cards. Because we need to completely rebuild up our military. Which kind of sucks. Is our navy still in a bad spot? We have a bunch of planes, but our boats are not looking as well. Let's just cancel all of these things. We don't need to be doing any naval operations. We have a ton of fuel. Do you guys actually want fuel? You know, if they ask for fuel, I'll give it to them. 2 divisions, 1 division. The Canadians, of course, still vastly outnumber us. So 10 divisions there. New England is still being a thorn in our side. So what can we do? So rebuilding the country, recruit population factor, stability and war support goes up. Stability is at negative 23%. Excellent. Social revolution, begin reconstruction. I mean, we still have a lot of factories. How long will it take for us to build 40,000 rifles? About a year. And we're not making any artillery. All of our industries disappear as well. Oh, they all went back to civilian factories. Okay. Okay, we don't need any of these. Cut production there a little bit. No template for support equipment. I know there's no companies for that. But don't worry about it. At least not right now. So if actually we have that many civilian factories, we don't need to build any. We'll finish building this one, but we need to start building our military factories up like now. Get infrastructure up to where it should be. We've gone back down to consumer, but go back to early mobilization. You know, this will be at least have more factories at our disposal. Because we are going to be going back to war. Not anytime soon, but, you know, probably, hopefully by like 1941, we can get ourselves involved in the war here. The final reforms. And they've all gone social democratic. Yeah, so seeing TFAI is definitely losing there. No question about that. How many men do we have at least on this border? Not a lot. So I at least want
Yes, sir.
enough to actually cover these front lines. I really only have 3 divisions here. That's embarrassing. Yes, we're gonna need to deploy these troops way up to the far north. I don't think you guys are cores yet. No, you're cores. You're still colony states, though. So, you know, some of the territories did slowly get reintegrated during the war, but we still have a lot of colonial lands. Quote-unquote colonial lands. The last America standing, 5% stability. Fantastic. Negative 18%. You know, we are slowly making progress. So we might as well go up to speed 5, because, well, for now, we're really just waiting for focuses to fire, the economy to start improving itself. You know, as slowly as that actually takes. Apparently our planes got really, really high level as well. You guys support these guys. That should be okay with you. Central America has canceled our Lend-Lease. Not a huge surprise. But after we're done rebuilding the economy, we can go for begin reconstruction. That does another level. Trial of the federal government. Deal with the American First Party. Reconstruction is over. A new America. This is probably going to take about a year to do. Are we going to need to do all of it? I mean, probably. Second Constitution. Your 70 days. Your 50 days. The revolution continues. We should look to spread socialism throughout the Americas. Protect the revolution. That's all fine and good. We need to start rebuilding America. There's no question about it. I mean, our stability should start slowly ticking up. Weekly change 0.6. I mean, that's not a ton. But it's better than nothing. The final reforms. Embrace the cloud. Easter promises. Women's suffrage. The Federalist bombing. Stability goes down by 1. We're going to lose a bunch of stuff. So yeah, basically, while we're doing our reconstruction, we are going to be getting basically like terrorist events. They're going to keep trying to bomb us. Destroy the terrorists fighting in the old government. We should destroy the longest terrorists. So we need these ones to not have those events happen. Which is going to be extremely important. We are going to want those ASAP. Canada. I mean, we still have 35 divisions. That's not nothing. But it's still not great. So overwhelming long resistance. Overwhelming federalist resistance. Economic disaster. So let's begin reconstruction. So now we have slight recovery from the Civil War. This will let us go up to partial recovery. So apparently you can recover extremely, extremely quickly. Like within a year you can recover from a massive Civil War that killed like 2 to 3 million people. So, you know, whatever they say. Maybe we should have declared war on Canada while we still had all of our militia troops. That actually might have been the right play. Our finest hour, don't care about that. That's just about the alternate war event scenario. Basically, it's just the Kaiserreich as a book. Union Britain's canceled their Lend-Lease. The Japanese are pushing their way into Qing. Of course, we want Germany to be weakened. We want them to lose. A lot of totalists in this world right now. How many troops does New England have? They have 15 to 21 divisions. It's not great. Got improved infantry equipment. Now we need to start getting our industry back up. So let's get an encryption going up here. Let us go for... Well, you're still actually way ahead of time. Research extraction gain probably doesn't even matter either. Air doctrines. Let's actually make our boats better. Advanced battleship hull. Let's actually get submarines to be better. Where are submarines? Let's go for an advanced submarine hull, 89 days. Because we are going to need to get our navy up to an acceptable place eventually. Yes, we're not going to just fight any war goals. They have a non-aggression pact with the Germans, which is not surprising. I'm guessing the one for they had a treaty with Germany. Alliance with Portugal, attack the Union of Britain, has already been done. Strengthen the Navy, improve... What else can they do? Social credit. Trans-Canada Airways. Right now, Canada actually doesn't have any troops on our border. At least not by Toronto. Which, of course, is like one of the most important cities in Canada. Yes, we're slowly... We have the manpower, we just don't have, the guns. Another Federalist bombing. It's gonna take, yeah, about 236 days. That's really not that bad. All things considered. I mean, they are bombing these, It's gonna take us 2,000 days to have enough artillery. We are slowly building up our military. In fact, just build military buildings everywhere. A lot of these the middle of the country doesn't have any factories, so... Just militarize the shit out of it. We'll use this area for future things like nuclear reactors or some other garbage. So 15 days so we can get done with this one. And then I guess we'll deal with everybody. How long is it going to take? It's going to take about 200 days. That is quite a while. That's just 100 political power, which doesn't really matter too much for us. Early mobilization. We're still on volunteer only. We can go to limited conscription when we have 100 political power. I mean, we have manpower. Manpower really isn't our issue. I mean, we're actually demobilizing right now to get down to 2.5%. So we are slowly going to lose troops. Oh, we have a bunch of motorized divisions as well. Excellent. You can deploy here for now, because I think that front line's a little bit weak. You can deploy onto that line. There's only 3 divisions there. If we can increase those numbers, that'd be awesome. Also, don't attack anybody right now. Construction 3 is finished. We have another one of you. We'll go up to that guy as well. Conversion speed bonus. We might actually want that. For the first time ever, I might actually want to start converting factories over from civilian to military. Right now, construction speed is pretty bad. Stability and economy is awful. Place this guy here. Apparently we can build motorized divisions significantly faster than we can train infantry divisions. Oh, I didn't want to deploy them. I wanted to add units, but fine, whatever. 5 infantry units. You're all very green. You go to this guy for now. Rebuild Pacific Islands. Okay, so we can actually start doing some reconstruction stuff here as well. So let's deal with the federal government. I want to stop the terrorist bombings. Wait, do we actually still control Hawaii? I doubt it, right? Oh, we do. Usually Hawaii, like, defects. Okay, we'll rebuild the Pacific Islands. 30 days. Try to make everything a little bit nicer for us. I mean, it's nice that at least I know that we own Hawaii. Not that we're going to be doing too many maneuvers in the Pacific. I mean, we could, like, maybe deal with Australia and the Germans island hopping, but I really don't know if that really matters too much. Okay, another Federalist bomb. The Federalists bomb us so often. We got some partial recovery. Reconstruction is over with advancing. Quality for all. Revolutionary education. So one research slot is nice. These are all for stability bonuses. We're at -5. It's not too bad. It will be going up in the future. Yeah, the fall of Barcelona. So CNTAFII has been annexed. My mouth just fell over itself like 5 times trying to say that. CNTFAI. And these will all help us as well. The Federalists. God damn it. Stop. The Canadians have redeployed more troops down here. I mean, it's understandable. Is there a front? No, there is a front line here, isn't there? There is a very, very small front line. Okay. It's a good thing I actually noticed it. So you two go here. And you're going to push out this way. They do have a fort right there, so I guess that should have actually been a tip-off that there was something there. Is there any other areas which have a land crossing? There's one there as well. No. Delete this. One of you, because I see there's a small... No, I guess they lead to the same area anyway, so it doesn't really matter at all. So we're going to slowly deploy more troops. Motorized divisions, we'll just have like... we'll go up to like 3. For revolutionary motorized divisions. So they have... I mean, we don't have any tanks. We have like nothing. I mean, we'll get some tanks in ready for production for the future, but I really don't see us being able to build them, at least not right now. In the future, yes, hopefully we'll get some tanks where we need them. So 270 days for us to get enough rifles. And about 20 days until we can deal with the federal government. Unless the political prisoners whom are awaiting trial, now that the war is over, the time to judge these men have time to come. Okay, we can rebuild the south, rebuild the west, rebuild the Rocky Mountain states. War sport instability go up. We can't rebuild New England. Do they actually become cores? Let's rebuild the Rocky Mountain states. So does that actually remove their cores from Hawaii? It did. Excellent. I don't know if it really makes a big difference. Maybe that actually affects on where the terrorist events happen. Is depending on who owns a core of it. But I mean, everybody owns a core of everywhere, so it's hard to say. So we got another 14 days. Once we deal with the feds, I mean, it's 50 days. It's gonna take a while for us to get all these things done. Now, France is preparing to go to war with the Germans. They have a pretty decently sized army. Hoping that the British cannot die like they typically seem to do. Okay, so what are we wanting to get? Let us improve xylophone, motorized artillery. Let's get better actually landing craft. So we are going to need that in the future. There's no question about that. Yeah, they've really built some fortifications around Pennsylvania here. They don't want to deal with us. Understandable. Another longest bombing. I really wish they would just like stop, please. I'm just trying to make things better for everybody. We have another motorized division. Deploy them into purple because they are apparently very upset that they don't think their offensive line would really work out so well. Australia and Communist France have ended hostilities. Did they leave the... Oh, please. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, they just left the Entente. They decided they want no part of this. I don't know. Can Germany actually say yes to the Alsace-Lorraine submission? I have no idea if that's actually possible. How about you go up to there? We shall research better decryption again. 102 days. It's a little bit of a while, but that should be fine. So we'll put the feds on trial. And then we're going to deal with their... destroy the remnants of that. So how are we going to deal with them? There we go. So we can either seize and arrest all regime supporters, go down manpower, stability goes down. We can pardon the federal leaders. 2 people become naval commanders and generals. Political power goes down, or we can convict the federal leaders. So you know what? Let's go 50 political power. Let's convict them. We'll send them to jail. I think that should be all right. But I think this is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. If not enjoyed, you can always thumb down. Want to subscribe, and goodbye.